Good morning, children. Welcome to the online session of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Children, in previous class we have discussed the advantage and disadvantage of accounting. Now moving forward, let us see the qualitative characteristics of accounting, role of accounting and the branches of accounting. So let us move to the class and study these concepts.
Children, let us continue the chapter Introduction to Accounting. Let us have a review of previous class. So far we have completed the meaning and definition of accounting, attributes, that is characteristics of accounting, objectives of accounting, functions of accounting, advantages of accounting, limitations of accounting. Now let us discuss the rest of the concept. First thing is the role of accounting in business. You can see almost all the points are similar to the functions of accounting. So you can study the same points or write the same explanation to these points. The first role is maintenance of systematic record. Second is assistance to management. Third is facilitates comparative study. Fourth is evidence in court. Fifth is facilitates raising loans. Sixth is facilitates settlement of tax liability. So you can write this explanation to these points from the advantages and the features you have studied. Okay. Now next is the branches of accounting. There are three branches of accounting, that is financial accounting, cost accounting and management accounting. Financial accounting, it is that branch of accounting which records financial transactions and events. Then they summarizes it and interpreted them before communicating the result to the users. So financial accounting deal with these all activities. Next is the cost accounting. This branch of accounting is concerned with ascertaining cost of a product, operations and process or activities. Next is the management accounting. What is management accounting concerned with? It is concerned with generating accounting information relating to funds, cost, profit, etc. as to enable the management in decision making. So these are the three areas or branches of accounting. Now let us move to the next concept, that is meaning of bookkeeping. See, there is a concept like bookkeeping and accounting which is not a similar activity, or we can say that bookkeeping is a part of accounting. Okay, so being a process of recording financial transaction and events in the books of account. So we can say that if accounting is a whole, bookkeeping is its part. What does bookkeeping involves? It involves identifying financial transaction and events, measuring them in terms of money, recording the identified financial transaction and events in the books of accounts, and classifying recorded transaction and events, that is posting them into ledger account. So that is identifying, measuring, recording, classifying till this event, we can say that it's a process known as bookkeeping. We have also seen in accounting this there is a process or and after classifying we also have summarizing, analyzing and communicating, though that is not the function of bookkeeping. So that is the function done by the accounting. So till these four steps, it is a function which is known as bookkeeping. Now here is the definition of bookkeeping. Bookkeeping is an art of recording in the books of account the monetary aspect of commercial and financial transaction. So all the money related, all the financial transactions are recorded in the books of account, and that too in a very artistic way or in a systematic way. Okay, so it's an art, we can say. Now what is accounting? That we already know, accounting is a wider concept than bookkeeping. it starts where bookkeeping ends. So once the bookkeeping start and you that is through till classification, it is bookkeeping, and further of the process is known as accounting. In other words, bookkeeping is a part of accounting. Now here is the difference between bookkeeping and accounting. Scope. What is the scope of bookkeeping? Bookkeeping is concerned with, as we saw earlier in the earlier slide, it identify financial transaction and event, measure them in money terms, record them in the books of account, and classify them. So till this 4 process, it is known as bookkeeping. And what is accounting? Accounting is concerned with summarizing the recorded transaction and events, interpreting them, and communicating the results thereof. So the remaining 3 activities or process is known as accounting. Now stage. It is a primary stage. It is basis of accounting. So these 4 steps is involved in the primary stages. Okay, it is the first which the businessman have to do. Then what about accounting? It is a secondary stage. It begins where bookkeeping ends. When bookkeeping ends, what will start? Accounting will start. Hence it is known as a secondary stage. What is the objective of bookkeeping? The objective of bookkeeping is to maintain systematic record of financial transaction. And what is the objective of accounting? Its objective is to ascertain net result of operation and financial position. So net result can be seen through preparing profit and loss account, and financial position we can know about financial position of a company, we have to prepare balance sheet. Okay, that we will study later on. And to communicate information to the interested parties. So whatever accounting work have been recorded, then later on it have to be from that information we can calculate the results and position of the company. Okay, and then we can communicate it to the users. Now next is the nature of job. This is routine in nature, and this job is analytical or dynamic in nature. So this have to be done every day, the recording. Whatever business is conducted in daily way, that we have to, in routine, we have to do this job. And performance. This work is normally done by the junior staff, and here the specialized function is performed by the senior staff. Special skill, what is that? Bookkeeping is mechanical nature and thus does not require special skill. But for accounting, requires special skills and ability to analyze and interpret. So we have to conclude what is mentioned from, what is referred from that accounting information, so that conclusion or decision can be drawn only by the expert teams. Now what is accountancy? So we saw what is bookkeeping, we saw what is accounting. So what is accountancy? So you, out of that 5 subject you are studying, one of your subject is accountancy. So you should know what is accountancy. Accountancy is a systematic knowledge of accounting. So accounting is a process of which is there in a subject known as accountancy. It explains how to deal with various aspects of accounting. So accountancy as a subject teaches us how to deal with the aspect of accounting, how to perform the work of accounting. Next is the difference between accountancy and accounting. Accountancy, it is an area of knowledge, so it's a subject. Okay, and accounting is a process used in accountancy. Then accountancy does not depend on accounting. So accountancy as a subject, it does not depend on the accounting, but accounting depend on the rules and principles framed by the accountancy. So anyhow, accounting have to depend on the rules and regulation which is followed in the subject accountancy. Then accountancy is knowledge of accounting. It is a knowledge of accounting. And in accounting is the application of accountancy. Okay, so these are the 3 points of difference between these 2 concepts. Now next concept which we have to study in this chapter is qualitative characteristic of accounting information. So what are the qualities required for the information which we collects from the process known as accounting? Qualitative characteristics are attributes that make the accounting information useful to users. So if these four qualitative characteristics are involved, we can say that accounting information is true, or it's very correct, and it is very useful. In only when these four steps are followed, it becomes useful to the users. So the first one is reliability, second one is relevance, third one is understandability, and the fourth one is comparability. Let us discuss these points. First one is reliability. Reliable. With your blind eyes, you can believe that accounting work if it is perfectly systematically performed. So accounting information must be reliable. You should be able to believe what is written there. So as you know that accounting records are recorded through the evidence of transactions. So if you are purchasing something, you get the receipt. So on that basis, that receipt basis, the transactions are recorded in the books of account. So there is reliability in that case. Okay. So reliability of information means it is verifiable, free from bias. Bias means error and material error. So whatever type of error is there, it should be free from that. Okay. So reliability is a very important characteristics, qualitative characteristics which is required for accounting. Next is relevance. It should serve as something of meaningful. The information which is provided by accounting must be relevant to the users. Useful. Relevant means useful. Information is relevant if it meets the needs of the users in decision making. And when the information becomes important, my dear children, when it satisfies your need and it is helpful for us to make some decisions. The third point is understandability. Understandability means that the information provided through the financial statement must be presented in a manner that the users are able to understand it. So information which is prepared, it should be easily understandable to those who are using that. Okay. So the understandability should be there in accounting information. Next is comparability. You know that in accounting works are compared. So the company compares its own position with that of the previous year. Okay. Otherwise, it compares its own performance with that of the other enterprise or other businesses. So comparability means that the users should be able to compare the accounting information of an enterprise of the period either with that of the other periods known as inter-firm comparison, or with the accounting information of other enterprise known as intra-firm. Sorry, this is inter-firm comparison and this is known as intra-firm. Okay, here this term should be intra. You can see the difference. It's intra. Intra means within the firm, and here when we are comparing something with outside, it is known as inter-firm. Okay, so both comparability can be possible if you are preparing the accounting work very systematically and properly. So these are the four qualitative characteristics. So children, it's time to conclude today's class. In today's class we have discussed the role of accounting in business. Three branches of accounting we have discussed. We studied what is the meaning and definition of bookkeeping. We saw the difference between bookkeeping and accounting. We also saw the difference between accountancy and accounting. And the last thing which we saw was the qualitative characteristic of accounting information. So I hope you are studying regularly and you are writing your notes provided in the notes column. Attend the test paper and answer it by 2 o'clock daily. that is whenever the test paper you have your classes. So meet you in the next class with a new concept. Till then, goodbye.